Hi, I had some night thoughts. And I asked Gemini, where did the idea that mirrors are portals come from? And what I found out is that the idea of mirrors are portals to the other world is an ancient cross cultural concept rooted in the fundamental mystery and uncanny nature of reflection. It did not originate in a single time or place, but developed independently in multiple civilizations due to the psychological and ritualistic significance of reflective surfaces. The concept arises from several key ideas. The uncanny otherworld. A reflection represents an exact copy of reality that is simultaneously opposite, laterally reversed, and unreachable, suggesting a separate parallel realm that exists behind the surface. Now, liminal space. Reflective surfaces, originally calm water, polished obsidian or bronze, were seen as a liminal space or an active threshold between the physical, visible world and the spiritual, unseen world, the world of the gods, spirits, ancestors, or the dead. Divination and scrying. Historically, mirrors and water were primary tools for scrying or divination, where a person would gaze into the surface to see visions of the future, hidden truths, or messages from the divine or spiritual realm. This established mirrors as a window to the unknown. Ancient origins and cultural beliefs. Now, this is kind of the place where I thought was interesting. Ancient various cultures developed the mirror as a portal concept for ritual, religious, and protective purposes. Mesoamerican cultures. The most explicit and well-documented early use of mirrors as portals comes from Mesoamerica, particularly the Maya and the Aztecs. The Maya. The Maya believed that reflective surfaces, mirrors and water, were two-way portals to the spiritual worlds where the gods and ancestors resided. They used polished surfaces, often made from obsidian, which is a naturally occurring volcanic glass, in elaborate rituals to communicate with the divine. The Aztec god Tezcatlipoca name means smoking mirror, and he was often associated with an obsidian mirror that could reveal fate and secrets. Aztec religious officials also used obsidian mirrors to commune with the underworld. East Asian mythology. I didn't know this either. In East Asian folklore, the mirror is often seen as a magical gateway or a protective barrier. Chinese mythology. The myth of the fauna of mirrors explicitly describes a different universe behind every mirror. This universe is a parallel realm with its own strange creatures. A disruption in harmony could allow beings from either side to pass through the mirror into the other world. And here I'd just like to ask you guys if you've ever seen the movie Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland. Good movie, and I think it kind of follows this idea. Anyway, onward. Feng Shui. In Chinese culture, mirrors are powerful tools. They are often placed to repel evil spirits by reflecting the malevolent forces back to their origin, treating the mirror as a boundary or a force field for negative energy. Greco-Roman and European folklore. In European traditions, the connection often relates to the soul and the world of the dead. Soul capturing. The ancient belief that a mirror could capture a fragment of a person's soul or the soul of the recently deceased led to the superstition of covering mirrors in a room where someone had died. This is done to prevent the soul from getting trapped in the reflection or using the mirror as a pathway to return and haunt the living. If I recall, this is done in Irish culture and Jewish culture. And if you know any other cultures that do this, please let me know. Catoptromancy. The Greeks practiced catoptromancy, or mirror gazing, as a form of divination, believing the reflection The reflection provided a glimpse of hidden realities or prophetic visions. Literary influence. The enduring modern trope was cemented by the works like Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, which was written in 1871, where the protagonist, Alice, literally steps through a mirror into a fantastical inverted world, turning the ancient spiritual concept into a staple of fantasy literature. So I got this other idea. Where did the idea that placing two mirrors opposite each other create a portal? And Gemini said, the idea that placing two mirrors opposite each other opens a portal is a modern manifestation of long-standing widespread beliefs about the supernatural powers of and reflective surfaces. The combination of the two mirrors creates the infinite mirror effect, which amplifies the existing spiritual associations with the mirrors. Here's a breakdown of the origins of this belief. The power of the infinite mirror. The immediate cause for the portal belief is the visual phenomenon itself, where two parallel mirrors create an endless tunnel of reflections. Disruption of reality. To many spiritual and superstitious traditions, this seemingly infinite loop is seen as unnatural, unsettling, or a disruption of the fabric of reality. This infinity is interpreted as a space that extends beyond the physical world. A gateway or vortex. This infinite void created by the reflection is then imagined as a vortex or passageway for spirits or energies to travel between worlds. Some folklore suggests it acts as a portal for spirits to enter our world, while others believe it can trap spirits in an endless loop. Ancient and cultural beliefs about mirrors as portals. The two mirrors as portal belief is built upon centuries of mirror folklore. Oh, try saying mirror folklore. Mirrors as liminal spaces. Across many cultures, reflective surfaces, including mirrors, water, and glass, have been viewed as liminal spaces in the physical world and the spiritual world or other dimensions. Think the back rooms, if you've ever heard anything about the back rooms. If not, look it up. It's kind of freaky. Ancient mythology. Some of the earliest association of mirrors with other worlds can be found in ancient myths. For instance, in Sumerian mythology, references to mirrors or reflective objects as gateways to the underworld appear in ancient texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh. I'll have to reread that. I don't recall that. Maya culture. The ancient Maya used mirrors, often obsidian or pyrite, in rituals, believing they were essential two-way portals for communication with their gods and spiritual worlds. The soul in reflection. Older superstitions dating back thousands of years, e.g. in ancient Anatolia and Rome, held that a person's reflection was not just an image, but a literal part of their soul. Damaging the reflection, for instance, breaking the mirror, or having a reflection that is confused or duplicated, as in the infinite mirror effect, was therefore seen as a spiritual danger. Energy flow in Feng Shui. While not in the origin of the portal concept, the Chinese practice of Feng Shui reinforces the idea that mirrors facing each other are negative, albeit for reasons related to energy. Disruption of Qi. In Feng Shui, mirrors are powerful tools for managing the flow of Qi, which is the vital life energy. Placing two mirrors directly opposite one another is strongly discouraged because of the continuous, rapid back and forth reflection of energy is believed to create a disorientating, unsettling, and harmful disturbance to the energy flow of the space. This is sometimes interpreted as the creation of a negative energy vortex. In summary, the specific belief about two facing mirrors creating a portal-like energy emerged as an extension of ancient common fears and superstitions about mirrors themselves, magnified by the unnerving and scientifically unexplainable to pre-modern people visual effect of infinite reflection. I thought it was interesting. What do you think? Comment below. Have a good night.